Yeah, it said it was denied, so is there any way, is that it? Like I'm denied, or is there any way to get that overturned? Let's be honest, sometimes even we get rejected from credit card companies. That's just the way it is. Welcome back to another episode of the Fund and Grow Show, guys. I'm your host, Mike Banks, and today we're going to address something that no one else wants to talk about in the credit card world: credit card denial. Now stick with me, because in about 30 seconds I'm going to show you the 5 things you need to do when you're denied for a credit card. Now what happens if you're denied for a credit card? Well, here's 5 action steps that you should follow that will allow you to get that denial overturned into an approval, just like we do all the time for our clients. We get these letters, our clients get these letters. It's a normal practice for the bank, but the thing that you're going to learn in this video is how to get those denials overturned so that you actually can get approved for a substantial amount of credit. So we're going to jump into the 5 points right now. So the first thing you want to do is check your adverse action letter. It's basically a letter that the bank's going to send you regarding the decision that they've made on your application. So it's important that you check the letter to find out what their reasoning is as to why they are denying you, right? That way, when you do decide to call in and speak with an actual decision maker at the bank, you have all your data ready, and you could say, hey guys, you denied me for too many late payments, or you denied me for having too high of debt on my credit cards, but I've actually just paid my credit cards off and I should qualify, so I would like to get approved, and can we review this application? That's exactly the process you want to follow. So that's the first point. We submit 2,000 applications every single month. Somebody with a 750, even an 800 credit score sometimes can be automatically denied, and it's usually not the last decision. It's not the final decision. Once you have it reviewed by a human being, they're going to see that you have great credit, and then they're going to overturn the initial computer denial, because a human being isn't reviewing every single application. So the FTC did a study that found 1/5 of consumers have a mistake on their credit report. That's millions of people. But 4/5 of consumers who dispute credit report claims receive sub-modification to their credit report, according to the FTC. So if the information in your report is correct, then you got to try to fix the problem. If your balances are high, pay them down. If you've got some late payments, get some credit repair going and work to get your credit improved. All right, so the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to check your credit report, review your credit, and also look at that action letter that they sent you and see if the data really is lining up. See if your credit score is in good standing, if you're not maxed out, if you don't have any too many negative items on your report. Then when you do call into the bank, you'll be able to say, hey, look, I just reviewed my credit report, I got your decision letter, and here's what I want to talk about, these points. You could talk about your debt being in good shape, you could talk about your credit score being in good shape, you could talk about the length of time that you've had open credit cards. All these things are going to help sway the decision, and also help you to get them to put it into a review so it's actually manually reviewed. And like I said, this is going to help you because you're not going to go in there blind, right? The bank pulled your credit report. They pulled a bank level credit report on you. They know everything that's going on with your credit. So you should also know when you go ahead and call in to speak with them at the bank. You want to be able to have your facts straight, have all your ducks in a row so that you can have the most possible chance to get that approval, because that's the main point of this. That's what we're talking about. Getting denied on credit cards sucks. 99.9% of people take that decision. If they're denied, that's it. That's what the bank said, so I guess I just got to wait a few months and maybe I'll get approved next time, I hope. But that's not really how it is. We've done this thousands of times. Like I said, 2,000 applications we submit every single month. We've funded over $1 billion in business credit, so we know exactly what the bank's looking for. We know how the bank operates. We know exactly the approval process. We know how long the review process takes. If, let's say, you're denied, you put it in review, we know exactly when to call back. So these things we aren't just guessing. This is like a science for us. This is what we practice every single day for our clients. So you're going to want to make sure your credit's in good standing, review your credit, review the decision letter, and then call back in, and you'll be able to get that overturned. 9 times out of 10, we're able to get it overturned, and this is really what brings in the most amount of funding for our clients. All right, So number 3 is a pretty obvious one, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes people put in the wrong income figures or whatever the case might be that could cause you to be denied. So you might have put the wrong information in when you applied. So now if there's any way you can do that to check and make sure that your income figures were right, your social security number was right, all that good stuff, you want to make sure it was actually accurate so when they go to pull your credit report, they're getting accurate information about your credit. So always make sure that you put the right income figures in, you put all the right data in, because you could have made a mistake in your application and that could definitely be causing you to be denied. Alright, so number 4 is literally my favorite, and it's what brings in more than 70% of the approvals that we get here at Fund&Grow. And number 4 is ask the issuer to reconsider. Why is that so important? Because like I said earlier, a lot of times you're going to get denied and it's just a systematic denial. It's the computer's algorithm evaluating your credit report and your income and all that stuff and then spitting out a decision. There's no human being that reviews that. So that's why number 4 is so important, because you have to ask the underwriter to reconsider. The only way you're going to get that application to a different decision is by asking them to review it and go over that with you on the phone call. That's the only way that you can get the actual application turned into an approval. And like I said, 70% or more of the funding that we establish here comes from those calls. It's not just the auto approval. The auto approval oftentimes comes back as a denial or a very small limit. But even with a small limit, you can still ask them to reconsider that decision. If it's very small, and let's say you've got $20,000 credit limits on your personal cards, but they only want to give you $5,000, then you can easily ask them to reconsider your limit as well. But if you're denied, that's what we're talking about in this video, if you're denied, call in, ask them to review the application because you don't agree with the decision. You don't have to just take what the bank says, but most people, that's what they're going to do. Most people are going to take that denial and that's it. Feel a little bad about it for a couple days, and then maybe a couple months later, they'll try applying to a new bank for a lower level credit card. But the fact of the matter is the computer is making the decision. It's an algorithm, and if you have strong credit, you should definitely ask the issuer to reconsider. You can call up, speak with the underwriter. Sometimes you'll get transferred around. You might end up sitting on hold for 30 minutes, but it's worth it, and that's exactly what we recommend doing. Number 4, ask the issuer to reconsider. Number 5. Approach another issuer. You can easily try applying with another bank if you're not getting the decision you want with the initial bank. So how does that work? Well, sometimes you'd want to wait. You might not want to apply right after you just applied to another bank because now you have that new inquiry on your report. But you can definitely approach other banks and apply and most likely get approved. And sometimes the best thing you can do is to apply where you have a bank account. That's where you've got a relationship, they've got your money, you've been working with them for a long period of time. That's exactly what I did when I got my first credit card. And I've told thousands of people this same thing because I've seen it work. You're going to get approved. You have a way better chance to get approved with the bank that you have a relationship with. Like me, I had a checking account with Bank of America since I was probably like 16, 15 years old. So once I went and applied for a credit card, and it was a high-end credit card with rewards points and 0 interest for like an extended period of time. I think it was 15 months when I got it, and I was only like 22 years old. So that's definitely something you guys should consider. Apply where you have a bank account if you haven't already. But if you did get denied with one bank, don't let that get you down. There's plenty of other banks out there that offer 0 interest business credit, and all you got to do is approach another issuer and most likely you'll get approved. But remember to follow step number 4, ask to reconsider before you go and approach another lender. Alright guys, so those are the 5 actions to take when you're denied. If you guys would like any other tips related to getting business credit or just improving your credit, please let us know in the comments what you'd like to see a video about. And if you enjoyed the video, please like the video. I know not everybody's the type of person that wants to like a video, but it really does help us. So all you gotta do is tap that like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great rest of your day.